Hey guys, Kev here, and I have a cool prototype to show you. So this is from Urban EDC, and this is the Nitro Glide. So this guy's up on pre-order now. It's only up through the 31st of August. So if you're gonna jump on it, the time is nigh. So you got a little Ride the Wave on here. It's gonna be a Riot OEM, Riot box. I don't think they list OEM, but it's Riot. This absolutely looks dope as hell, which is why I reached out to Yong Su, who's the owner of Urban EDC, and I asked him if I could check one of these out. So he sent this out to me, and I'm gonna pass this around the pass around group as well. So we'll get some feedback from other folks as well. This is actually a collaboration with Tony from TNT Knives. I'm not familiar with TNT Knives, but I really like what he's doing. The ergonomics on this are phenomenal. It is a really slick looking knife. If you guys know me, you know I love a Warncliffe style blade, which is what this is. Has a nice, has a nice hollow grind as well. It is sharp, that's for sure. Cool looking pivot. It's got like a D shape up here, but it's also like raised a little bit. That's a really nice way to do the pivot. Like the little scallop right here. Really good feel in the hand. I'm trying to get a feel for the front flipper. It is right hand only, and it is a frame lock, so it's not the most lefty friendly knife in the world, but being a front flipper, it does work left-handed, so it's not that big of a deal. You just have to be able to front flip without a clip. Some people can't do it. They have to grab a clip when they do the front flipper. I've learned to just grab the side of the scale and fire it out. Yeah, that feels good, man. Check the D10 out. Nice, clicky. Yes, that is beautiful. We have a clamshell construction. So you have two halves or two sides, whatever, and they go together. And then the hardware pulls them together, the pivot here and the clip screw here, which goes through. And that sandwiches it, clamshells it. The backspacer's basically built in to the scales, which is really neat. I always like that way of doing things. This is in CPM MagnaCut blade steel, which is really nice. Again, they're up for pre-order right now if you're interested. I'm going to take a look at the website just to show you. I think they're $269 on pre-order. You can take a look at this version here. It has a two-tone MagnaCut with blasted titanium. But it's $269. It'll be $299 when they come out. So you can save yourself $30 there by jumping on it early. I'll put a link in the description down below. If you use that link, it does help the channel, but totally up to you if you want to use it. You can read through all their information on the design, how they came up with it. I don't want to go through all that in a video here. But some of the key specs right here: 7.88 overall, 3.42 inch blade length, 4.66 inch close length, 3.4 ounces, which is cool. And again, it's in MagnaCut. They do have a couple other versions. So you'll see they have one with a dark washed blade and hardware. And then I guess the dark wash titanium. For a second there, I thought that was denim micarta. You can't even like see the knife. This is really cool how they took the picture on that one. Look at that. That's a wild looking one. $269 on that one as well. You have one that has a hand rubbed satin, and then it has blasted titanium as well. That one's $269, so that's pretty cool. Even the blasted one the hand satin is $269. Now, they do have one that's more expensive. I'll show you that one in a second. This one is bronze anodized stonewash titanium. So it's like a bronze wash titanium, which is pretty cool. And it also has the hand rub satin, and that one's $269. And then they have this one that has a DLC MagnaCut blade. I don't know. The handle is black washed titanium, so I think the handle is PVD, but the blade is DLC, which is cool. Polished DLC MagnaCut. Oh, polished DLC. Let me take a look at that. It's hard to tell in the pictures. Polish is such a tough thing to pick up. There you can get a look at it. So very cool. That one's $299, just so you're aware. It's a little more expensive because DLC does cost more. So in terms of the handle design, I really like how slim and sleek it is. You get a really nice compact package here. It actually does remind me of the knife I'm carrying, which is over on my desk right here, which is one of our Divo knives. This is the Binge. So it's got that, you know, Warncliffe style blade. It's got that front flipper only look, but it has that sort of like gentlemanly, just slim and sleek pocket knife feel to it. It's one of my favorite knives to carry because it's so just like it disappears in your pocket. You know, it's really nice to carry. And then you have a fun, you know, fidget option in the pocket, and you have a phenomenal hollow ground Warncliffe blade that you can really do some work with. It's my favorite knife, is the Binge. And this, you know, is reminiscent of that for me in terms of like the overall concept of it. I'm not saying they look alike or anything, but the concept of it being super just slim, very ergonomic. I really like how they have this flat here with a little extra choil that really comes in handy when you choke up like this. You can get behind that blade. Look how thin that hollow grind is. I mean, that is a ridiculous hollow grind from Riot. Did an excellent job on that. You can climb up here and do a little pinch grip, and you're going to be opening Amazon boxes like a champ, cutting down cardboard like a champ. That's what we do for the most part. And one of the cool things about this version in particular, in my opinion, is you have that two-tone blade, right? So you have the PVD blade on this end of or on the main bevel here, and then up here on the flats, right? So with a hollow grind like that and the amount of blade that is exposed, I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to flick the out of this. So let's see. Oh, yeah. So they even told me, Yang Su was like, I think you're going to like this because it's like the Urban EDC LC, which is the Trevor Berger collaboration, where you can just fire it off that hollow grind, and they are not kidding. That is super cool. That is one thing you definitely cannot do on the Binge because the handle is a little bit wider. You can see the handle thins out here a lot to allow that and to let that blade stick up a little bit, right? I actually can flick some of these, like the black version. I can't get this one, but I have this DLC version, and I can usually dig in and fire that one out. But it's not really like the easiest thing in the world, and it only works on versions with a nice grippy material or finish on the blade. This one, I think you're not going to have a problem with any version. I could probably even do it left-handed if I get low enough on this clip. I do have a Band-Aid on, and I can still do it. So that's pretty cool. If I was them, Yang Su, if you watch this, I would ask Riot to make you a handful of left-handed versions. They are now doing, I think they've always done it, where they'll make like whatever you want. We've placed some orders recently, and we've ordered, 5 of each version in left-handed. So we're not going to have a million left-handed knives we have to get rid of. We'll just have we'll have a few for the few lefties that buy knives but want a full lefty, because that's something we really want to offer, especially because I'm part of the company, you know. So for you, that might not matter, but if you want to do lefties a solid, man, you know, I would just see if Riot would make you a handful of left-handed versions and offer those. That would be really cool for the community, I think. So just something to note there. I love this design, dude. I really like this knife. I would love to see a mini version of this. I like this size. I mean, it's not like huge or anything. It's like a 3.5-inch blade. But this size, 2.9 inches, just under 3-inch blade. I think this thing would be even better in that size. For me personally. Because I like a smaller blade. It's just kind of how I roll. But, man, that fires really well. I don't think I would thumb flick it. But you probably could. Yeah, with a little bit of wrist there you can. Because you got to dig in to get it, you know. Not really meant for that. The front flip is nice, man. I do wish the jimping would come up and around the top and then be jimped all the way around and maybe be a little bit more aggressive. The jimping is, you know, it's fine, but it's not like super sharp. I like it to be like really aggressive, grabbing your skin aggressive. And then having the nub here without any jimping on it, like, so the last jimp is down here. It would be way easier to get a hold of this thing and really rip it if that jimping went around the top. And since you have a tab like this, it's a different shape, obviously. But since you have a tab like that, getting that jimping up and around it just makes it so easy to get a hold of that flipper tab from any angle and fire it out. Whereas when it's not jimped like that all the way, it can be a little bit harder. Can do that one easily. But like grabbing right here for the reach around makes it a little bit harder because you got to get around and down here. You have to literally reach around where you can't just grab the nub. It's a little harder. I got to put a lot of pressure down and then I can get it. That doesn't make it as fun to do. The front flip's still really solid. And that rollback, you have enough meat there, right, to catch your finger and fire it out. But for the reach around, it would be, I think it would feel a lot nicer with tighter jimping and then have that jimping extend all the way around. That would be really cool. T8 down here, we can confirm that. Okay. So that is a T8. Is it? That is a tight screw, but yes, that is T8. You can see the driver stuck in there. I got these new Wera bits. Shout out to my buddy, Knife Addict Dylan. Check out his channel. He's a little bit of a tool nerd, and he's trying to sell me on some bits, so I'm trying them out. These are flatter bits. They're meant to go in and kind of stick to the screw, but they're not as forgiving if you can't. You can cam out if you don't really jam it in there. So she said T8 on the pivot screw as well. And then on your lock insert screw, we also have a T8. Nice tooling on all of these. So your T8's all around, which is excellent. Again, beautiful Magna Cut blade. And, I mean, look at the centering on here, lining up with that clamshell. That is something that's important if you're going to have a clamshell like this. That basically means you have a centering line on your knife. So you need every knife to be dead on to that centering. So using Riot is very important in that situation because they kill it, right? Yeah, this thing's dope, dude. Lock bar access is excellent. See how you have a nice cut back here. Everything's nice and soft. Disengages, drops. Nice smooth shake close. Action's phenomenal. We do have an external relief cut, and then we have the pocket clip here. It's got that kind of Berg blades kind of look to the pocket clip, so we're going to see how this works. Let me slide it in. Yeah, it's not a problem in my sort of thinner 4-stretch nylon pants from Off the Grid Surplus, but went in no problem. Might be a little tight on your jeans, but you could adjust it, and it does have a good ramp situation. It's going to get under there, and then you just have to push it through. So I think that clip's actually pretty solid. Overall, love it. This is an absolute winner. I think this is another banger from Urban EDC. I haven't seen a ton of their stuff lately, if you guys have been following the channel, but I am glad that I reached out about this one because this thing is phenomenal. So again, you have basically 3 days to get in on this before they end the pre-order. So get your order in, save yourself some money, use my link down below. If you want to, of course. If you don't, that's totally up to you guys. But I'm a big fan of this one. Quick size comparison. This is going to compare well, I think, to our tall boy, which I don't have here. Oh, here's one. So tall boy's 3.6 inches, 3.5 inches. And they're just about neck and neck right there. The NitroGlide being ever so slightly smaller. And then I can put something like the MASH prototype, which is a 3.3 inch blade underneath. So you'll see this is going to fall right in the middle of these two. So in my opinion, that's a fantastic EDC size. You have one of the best, if not the best, EDC blade shapes that you can get. And you have excellent ergonomics. There's not much here to complain about, guys. I would maybe adjust that jimping just a touch to have it swoop all the way around like I was saying. But other than that, I mean, I don't know what else you would need to do to this. Nice and smooth through the cardboard. That's why I don't like doing that, because I went right into my cork board there. But yeah, I mean, it's so easy to get a good grip on it with that choil and the way the handle's designed. It literally is melting into my hand right now. And yeah, excellent. So that is the Urban EDC NitroGlide. Check it out on their website. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Hit me in the comments with your thoughts. I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.